Hello, everybody. This is Alex Gerchik, and we're going to have a translation of our signals today. From December 22nd, we've given you 8 recommendations, which worked out very well. We'll start with the euro dollar, and we'll go on and on. And I want you to understand one thing. This is all recommendations that were given to you, all based on just a technical analysis and charts. The last recommendation for euro, it was a channel between 110 and 1.8. As you can see, the channel stood up for almost more than a month and a half, and it still is there between 108 and 110. What we have right now, it's a big accumulation in the channel between 110 and 1.8. Obviously, as soon as the euro is going to get out from that channel between 110 and 108, we're going to have a very extremely strong signal, and we're probably going to go very fast and by far along from all the channels. So what do we have right now? As I said before, it's a channel between 110 and 108. It looks like it's very hard right now to predict which way the euro is going to go, but I want you to understand one thing. We're not guessing direction, we're only guessing a direction when we're basically 100% sure of a direction of it. Now, for example, here you cannot really predict what's going to be with the euro dollar, but once we're going to get out from 110 or 108, we're going to definitely have a very large move. So, keep looking at those levels. If level is going to stay above 110, it's going to be a very strong level to the upside. Once we're going to stay below 108, it's definitely going to be a big move to the downside. Another one is the British pound. British pound did work out very well for us. For British pound was a specific recommendations, as you remember, that's anything above 149, and as you see, recommendation was on the 21st. Anything above 149, the British pound is going to go much lower. British pound went almost 700 points with no stop. What are we seeing right now? We're seeing right now a new channel between 144 and 142. At that particular price, if we're going to stay above 144, we can have basically a technical rebound, probably to the 148 side. But it looks like we're not going to have a large rebound, and the pound is going to go much lower. Anything below 142 is going to generate the short signal, and I would definitely short the British pound. Next one is Australian dollar, and Australian dollar was a channel between 0.73 to 0.71. As you can see, as soon as we get out from 0.71, we did a very big move to the downside. Right now we have a new channel between 1.71 and 0.69. Right now it's totally a new channel for us. And it looks like we're not going to go any higher. It's going to probably go lower. So I would look for it to the lower side, to the 0.69 for the Australian dollar. I would not look to the upside. Next one is the New Zealand. New Zealand dollar. By New Zealand dollar, we have a recommendation 0.66, 0.68. If you take a look, that was on the 21st of December. It was all the way to the upside, 0.68, 0.66. If you can see, once we broke 0.66, we did very large move to the short side. Right now, if you can see, we have a new channel, 0.6550 to 0.64. Once basically we're going to get out from the level, and it looks like there's accumulation in the channel above 0.6550 or below 0.64, we're going to go either higher or lower. But it looks like that we're going to break 0.640, and we're going to go much lower by New Zealand dollar. Canadian dollar was a recommendation strongly to the downside, and the Canadian dollar did work out very well to the downside. If you take a look, by recommendation for Canadian dollar, it was anything below 0.7515. You see that's on the 21st. We did consolidate below 0.715, and we did a very large move for almost 300 points. Usually those kind of recommendations, I mean, purely with the direction, it's a very hard to give, but in this case, Canadian dollars strictly look to the much lower side. What do we have right now? We have a technical rebound and it looks like if we're gonna go to 0.72 or just maybe a little higher, we might go higher. But my personal opinion, Canadian dollar is gonna stay between 0.72 to 0.69, and it's not gonna go much. The Japanese yen for us, or let's say gold. It's a gold. The gold was a fantastic recommendation at 1080. I said if we're gonna stay above 1080, we're gonna go much higher. As you can see, gold consolidated above 1080 and went all the way to 1120. So basically, gold did work out very well. Further recommendation for gold, it's hold to the upside. Gold looks very strong. Hopefully, it's not going to drop to 1100, but it looks very strong, and it might go all the way to 1160. So the gold recommendations is still long. The next recommendation, it was a Japanese yen. Japanese yen was a recommendation of a buy anything above 0.83. As you can see, as soon as we broke above 83 for the Japanese yen, we went much higher. What's going on with the Japanese yen right now? Japanese yen right now, after a big drop, needs to consolidate. My advice to you for the future, never ever trade a stock or a currency pair once basically had a very large move. So what it is, you have to wait until it's going to consolidate. Once it's going to consolidate between 83 to 82, then it's going to be extremely strong signal. So my advice to you, between 83 and 82, just wait what's going to be with the Japanese yen. And our last recommendation did perform very well, better than anything else. It's oil. Oil was a recommendation, sell anything below 34. If you can see, once the oil went below 34, it did a very large move to almost $27 per barrel. And right now, it looks very weak. My advice to you right now, oil is on the short side. Keep at the level of $34. Anything below 34, the oil is the short side. It was Alexander Gerchik. I want to thank you very much for watching us. If you have any question, you know where to find it. It was Alexander Gerchik from Gerchik & Company. And all the best and make money. Thank you very much to you, and have a nice day.